In this video, we're going to talk about a new scam that is quietly stealing money from older adults across the country, and it can happen without you ever handing over your card. It's called ghost tapping, and it's spreading fast in grocery stores, restaurants, buses, and even at the ATM. Here's why this matters. Thieves are now using small hidden devices that can charge your card simply by standing close to you. No PIN, no swiping, not even touching the payment machine. Just 1 second of contact, and your money is gone. This video will uncover 5 of the most common ghost tap tricks that seniors need to know. Each one happens in everyday places you visit all the time, and each one can cost you money before you even realize it. Most of the time, the charges are small at first, so banks don't flag them as fraud. But those small amounts add up quickly, and by the time you notice, it's already too late. Before we dive in, I'd love to hear from you. Where do you use your card most often? The grocery store, a cafe, or public transport? Comment below and let me know, because your answer could help another senior realize where they need to be more careful too. Point 1. Fake card reader bump. The first ghost tap trick you need to know about is what I call the fake card reader bump. This is one of the easiest ways for thieves to steal money, and it often happens in places you visit every week: grocery stores, farmers markets, or even busy sidewalks. Here's how it works. Criminals carry a small device, usually hidden in a bag or under their jacket. That device can tap your card's chip from just a few inches away. All they need to do is brush past you, like someone bumping your arm in the produce aisle or squeezing past you in an elevator. You think nothing of it, but in that 1 second, your card has already been charged. What makes this trick so dangerous is how natural it feels. Crowds are a normal part of life. We're used to strangers bumping into us and we usually just smile and move on. But for thieves, that quick contact is their opportunity. They don't need your PIN. They don't need to physically take your wallet. And most of the time, the amount they steal is small enough, under $10 or $20, that banks don't immediately flag it as fraud. Let me give you an example. Harold, a 78-year-old, went to his local farmer's market. He didn't even use his card that day, but later found 3 small charges on his account. When he thought back, each one lined up with a moment someone had jostled him in the crowd. He hadn't done anything wrong, yet money was taken from him without his knowledge. So how can you protect yourself? The good news is that small adjustments make a big difference. Keep your wallet in a front pocket, or use a crossbody bag that you wear in front of you. Buy an RFID blocking wallet or sleeve. These are inexpensive covers that block scanning devices from reading your card. And finally, don't be afraid to guard your space. If someone stands too close or bumps into you, it's okay to step aside or turn slightly. That isn't being rude, it's being smart and protecting your hard-earned money. Think of it this way: every little bit of awareness adds a lock to your wallet. And just like locking your front door at night, it's a simple step that keeps you safe. Point 2. Restaurant tap trap. The second ghost tap trick is something many seniors don't expect, because it happens in a place we usually feel comfortable: restaurants and cafes. This scam is called the restaurant tap trap. Here's how it works. After your meal, you hand your card to the server to pay. Most servers are honest, but some criminals slip into these jobs, or sometimes an insider works with them. Instead of taking your card straight to the payment machine, they secretly pass it over or near a hidden tap device first. In less than a second, your card is scanned and stored. Then they go on to process your real payment, so nothing looks unusual at the time. Why is this trick so effective? Because many of us grew up in a time when handing over a card to the server was completely normal. For years, that was the only way to pay. Even though today most places have portable machines that can be brought to your table, many of us don't think twice about letting our card leave our sight. Criminals rely on that habit. The longer your card is away from you, the more chances they have to scan it. Let me share a real example. Margaret, a 69-year-old retired teacher, went out to lunch with friends at a small diner she had trusted for years. A week later, she found charges on her account from shops she'd never been to, all made within minutes of each other. Her bank traced the first fraudulent charge back to the exact day of that lunch. The painful part for Margaret wasn't just the money, it was the feeling that her trust had been betrayed in a place she felt safe. So how do you protect yourself? The solution is simple. Never let your card leave your sight. Politely ask for the terminal to be brought to your table. Most restaurants now have them. If they don't, walk with the staff to the register so your card never leaves your hand. If you use a phone or smartwatch for payments, keep it locked until you're ready to pay. That prevents unauthorized taps. And don't feel embarrassed about holding your card firmly until you're sure it's only touching the official reader. Great thumbs up. Let's move to point 3, public transport swipe in the same clear, direct style for seniors. Point 3, public transport swipe. The third ghost tap trick is showing up more and more on buses, trains, and subways. I call it the public transport swipe. Here's how it works. Criminals carry small, battery-powered devices that look like a phone or music player. These devices can read your card just by standing close. When you're boarding a bus, squeezing onto a train, or finding a seat, someone brushes past you. You don't feel a thing, but in that quick moment, your card has already been charged. This scam is especially risky for seniors because we often carry cards in easy-to-reach places for convenience, a jacket pocket, the outer zip of a purse, or even a wallet in loose trousers. The problem is that these devices don't need to touch your card or open your pocket. They can scan right through the fabric silently, with no tugging or fumbling to alert you. Let me give you an example. James, a 73-year-old retired mechanic, was riding the bus one afternoon. Use an RFID blocking wallet or sleeve. These block the scanning signal completely. Keep your purse or bag zipped and held in front of you, especially on crowded buses and trains. If you carry your card in a pocket, choose one that faces inward toward your body, not outward where someone can get close. And as much as possible, stay aware of your surroundings when entering or exiting crowded public transport. Remember, thieves take advantage of distraction and closeness. You don't need to live in fear, but a little awareness can save you a lot of money. Think of it like fastening your seatbelt. You may not need it every time, but when you do, it can protect you from real harm. Point 4, ATM queue proximity. The fourth ghost tap trick is happening in a place most seniors think is safe, the ATM line. We trust ATMs because they're often near banks, in well-lit areas, or inside lobbies. But ghost tapping doesn't require anyone to break into the machine or even see your PIN. All they need is to stand just a little too close. Here's how it works. A scammer joins the line behind you, holding what looks like a phone or a tablet. Hidden inside that device is a contactless card reader. As you step up to the machine, your focus is on the screen, checking your balance, withdrawing cash, or entering your PIN. That's the exact moment they move a little closer, holding their fake phone near your purse or pocket. You don't feel anything, and within seconds, your card has been scanned or even charged. This happened to Margaret, an 80-year-old widow, who went to the bank to take out cash for her grandson's birthday. She remembered the man behind her standing unusually close in line but assumed it was just because the line was long. The very next day, she saw charges at a gas station and a convenience store, places she hadn't visited in months. Her bank traced the timing back to within minutes of that ATM trip. The man didn't touch her card or wallet. His device did all the work quietly. So, what can you do to protect yourself? Here are some simple steps. Keep your card inside an RFID blocking sleeve or wallet until the very moment you insert it into the ATM. Maintain personal space. If someone is standing too close behind you, don't be afraid to turn around and ask them politely to step back. Choose indoor ATMs whenever possible, especially those inside bank branches or secure lobbies. They are safer than outdoor machines. And avoid using ATMs at peak busy hours when lines are long and crowded. Think of it this way, at the ATM, you're focused on your money, and scammers are counting on that distraction. A little space, a little protection, and a little awareness can shut down their plan before it even starts. Point 5. Public Transit Fare Scam. The fifth ghost tap trick shows up in a place you might never suspect: public transportation fare systems. Buses, subway stations, and train platforms are now some of the busiest hunting grounds for these criminals. Here's how it works. Many cities use contactless cards for fares. Thieves take advantage of this by standing near the gates, the ticket machines, or even just inside the bus door. They hold a hidden reader that looks like a phone, a music player, or sometimes even a folded newspaper. As you walk by with your purse or wallet, their device gets close enough to tap your card without you ever taking it out. The amounts they steal are often very small, just a few dollars at a time, so most people don't even notice. These tiny charges slip under the radar and look like normal transit payments. But over time, they add up. And because they appear so ordinary, banks are slower to treat them as suspicious. Take Harold, a 75-year-old volunteer who rides the subway downtown twice a week. He started noticing his prepaid transit card balance dropping faster than it should. At first, he thought he had miscounted his trips. But when he checked the usage history, he saw charges at times when he wasn't even at the station. Later, it was discovered that ghost tap thieves had been scanning cards from passengers at one busy entrance gate, including his, for weeks. So, how do you protect yourself? The steps are simple but powerful. Always keep your transit card or debit card in an RFID blocking sleeve or wallet when not in use. Hold your purse or wallet zipped and close to your body, especially in crowded stations or buses. Take your card out only at the last second when you're ready to tap, then put it back into its protective sleeve immediately. And when waiting in crowded areas, stand a little apart from the thickest flow of people whenever possible. This scam works because it blends into the noise of daily life. But with a few small habits, you can make it nearly impossible for thieves to reach your card. Think of it as closing the window before a storm: simple, quick, and smart. Point 6. Retail Store Checkout Scam. The sixth ghost tap trick happens in a place almost every senior visits: the checkout line at a store. Grocery stores, pharmacies, and department stores are common targets because people are focused on paying and leaving quickly. Here's how it works. As you're standing in line ready to pay, a scammer with a hidden reader positions themselves just behind you or even right beside you. Their device looks like a phone or a small gadget. While you're reaching for your wallet, they angle it toward your purse or pocket. In just 1 second, they've triggered your card's chip without you even touching the real payment terminal. This scam works because we're usually distracted at the checkout. You're unloading groceries, talking to the cashier, or keeping an eye on the total. Scammers know this is the perfect time to get close without raising suspicion. By the time you insert or tap your card at the actual machine, they may have already stolen money in a separate ghost transaction. I heard about Carol, a 72-year-old grandmother, who experienced this at a drugstore. She thought she was being careful, but later found multiple small charges right around the same time she bought her medication. The scammer had been standing in line behind her the whole time. Carol admitted she never thought twice about how close the next person was at checkout, until that day. So what can you do to stay safe? Keep your card inside an RFID blocking wallet or sleeve until the exact moment you're ready to pay. At checkout, be mindful of the distance between you and the person behind you. If they're crowding too closely, don't hesitate to politely ask for space. After paying, put your card back into its protective sleeve immediately. Don't leave it loose in your hand or on the counter. And finally, check your receipts and bank statements regularly. Small charges right after a shopping trip may be the first sign of ghost tapping. Remember, the checkout line feels safe because it's familiar. But scammers rely on that comfort. By staying just a little more aware, you can enjoy your shopping trip without worry. We live in a world today where even something as simple as carrying a debit or credit card can expose us to risks we never imagined when we were younger. Ghost tapping is fast, silent, and designed to catch people off guard. And sadly, seniors are often the ones targeted the most. But here's the important truth: you are not powerless. In fact, once you know how these scams work, you're already one step ahead of the criminals. Every tip you heard today, using an RFID blocking wallet, keeping your bag close, guarding your personal space, checking your statements, these are like little locks on your front door. They don't make life harder, but they make you much safer. I want you to remember this: growing older does not mean becoming weaker. It means becoming wiser. You've lived through so much, you've adapted to changes in the world before, and you can adapt to this too. Protecting your money isn't about fear, it's about peace of mind. So take a moment and think about your daily habits. Where do you keep your cards? How close do you stand to others in a crowd? Are there one or two small changes you can start making today to close the door on ghost tap thieves? Even the smallest adjustment can protect you from losing not just money, but also the sense of security you've worked hard to build. And please, don't keep this information to yourself. Share it with a friend, a family member, or someone at your community center. Talking about these scams isn't about spreading worry, it's about spreading protection. The more people know, the fewer chances these criminals have to succeed. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one tip from today's video that you plan to use in your own life? Leave a comment below, because your answer might help someone else stay safe too. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe, and share it with others. Your support helps us keep creating content to inform, protect, and inspire seniors like you. Stay safe, stay aware, and I'll see you in the next video.